Here is your country. Cherish these natural wonders. Cherish the natural resources. Cherish the history and romance as a sacred heritage for your children and your children's children. These words from Teddy Roosevelt reflect the mission of the National Park Trust, preserving parks today and creating park stewards for tomorrow. The Trust's park preservation work has spanned 30 years with the goal of expanding and enhancing our nation's parks. During that time, NPT has completed more than 100 projects that have resulted in the protection of tens of thousands of acres of parkland in 47 parks in the National Park System and 13 other areas, including national wildlife refuges, national forests, and state parks. Their preservation work has ranged from a critical 2-acre property at Fort Stevens and Rock Creek Park in Washington, D.C., to the acquisition of a vast 11,000 acres needed to establish the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve in Kansas. Today, our work continues. NPT is currently managing and stewarding the new Ivanpah Desert Tortoise Research Facility to benefit the Mojave National Preserve in California. And in partnership with the Trust for Public Land, NPT recently helped to acquire one of the largest remaining inholdings within Glacier National Park in Montana, using resources from the Land and Water Conservation Fund, and also secured a critical property at the foot of Tabernacle Dome in Zion National Park in Utah. And in honor of the 150th anniversary of the Civil War, NPT is working with the Trust for Public Land and the Civil War Trust to protect privately held land within Kennesaw Mountain National Battlefield in Georgia and link our park preservation efforts with our youth education initiatives. To foster our country's future park stewards, the Trust established in 2009 their Kids to Parks programs. Their nationally recognized Where's Buddy Bison Been initiative connects children, especially those from underserved communities, with the outdoors and our nation's parks.
We are a group of 5th and 6th graders who help protect our environment and community. Part of our responsibility as green leaders is to teach kids about environmental awarenesses.
Buddy Bison, NPT's woolly mascot, encourages families to explore outdoors. The parks are yours. And in just 4 years, the Buddy Bison School Program has rapidly grown to include 44 schools in 15 states and the District of Columbia, benefiting more than 10,000 children by helping teachers to incorporate environmental education, STEM, park stewardship, and outdoor recreation into the classroom to provide experiential hands-on learning opportunities in parks, forests, and wildlife areas. This school year, Buddy Bison students enjoyed diverse educational experiences in a variety of ecosystems, including the Anacostia River, Jean Lafitte's Barataria Preserve, the Patuxent Research Refuge, Mojave National Preserve, Lake Mead National Recreation Area, Joshua Tree National Park, Smithville Lake, Brooklyn Bridge Park, Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore, Antelope Valley, California Poppy Reserve, and the U.S. National Arboretum. The Trust's 3rd celebration of National Kids to Parks Day inspired America's children and their families to discover parks in their communities, to learn about park stewardship, and to live healthier lives through outdoor recreation. More than 300 mayors in all 50 states and the District of Columbia and numerous governors issued proclamations, and a Senate resolution was passed. As a result of NPT's collaboration with numerous organizations, nearly 140,000 kids and their families participated in outdoor activities and celebrations at parks and public lands and water throughout the country. Our new school contest empowered students to create their own park experiences, and 42 scholarships representing 21 states were awarded to implement their park trips.
In keeping with the spirit of National Park Trust's commitment to park preservation, the Bruce F. Vento Public Service Award was established in 2000 to honor the memory and legacy of Bruce Vento, a 12-term member of Congress from Minnesota and former chair of the Natural Resources Subcommittee on National Parks, Forests, and Public Lands. As the committee chair, Bruce Vento passed more park legislation than any other previous chairman. Each recipient of the Vento Award has been honored for their lifelong commitment to protecting America's heritage. This is Dirk Kempthorne, former U.S. Senator and Governor of Idaho and Secretary of the Interior, and it's my pleasure, along with the National Park Trust, to honor my friend, Congressman Mike Simpson of Idaho. As an Idahoan, Mike spent many of his childhood summers in state and national parks and other wilderness spaces. These experiences and memories inspired him to advocate for our parks as a member of Congress and as an American citizen. We applaud his remarkable record of creating bipartisan solutions to preserving parks and improving public access. At both the state and federal level, he has worked to create conservation policies that benefit both land and people. Mike is the chair of the House Interior, Environment and Related Agencies Appropriations Subcommittee, and also is a member of the House Energy and Water Development Appropriations Subcommittee. He recently sponsored the Central Idaho Economic Development and Recreation Act, which will protect 330,000 acres in Idaho's Boulder White Clouds. In addition, Mike has worked across the aisle to protect funding for the Land and Water Conservation Fund, a vital federal program for creating parks, forests, wildlife habitats, and recreation areas across the country. He has also helped create a wheelchair-accessible path at Sawtooth National Recreation Area that both improve public access and maintain the park's natural beauty. Mike's record underscores National Park Trust's and my own support of bipartisan legislation that will ensure our greatest natural treasures will be protected and enjoyed. Mike, congratulations on receiving this esteemed award. On a personal note, let me say that on a variety of occasions, while I was Secretary of the Interior, Mike would ask me, what else can we be doing for our parks and our public lands? In Washington, D.C., there is no loss for a variety of agendas, and in many instances, there are hidden agendas. I've never seen Mike Simpson have a hidden agenda. He's forthright and straightforward in his approach. This is why Idahoans, including myself, are very proud of Mike Simpson and value his public service. Congressman Mike Simpson understands that when one tugs at a single thing in nature, he finds it attached to the rest of the world. John Muir.